1,000 goals. Who on earth could ever reach that? Only one man has ever come close: Cristiano Ronaldo.
Once again, unstoppable.
The best player on the planet at the moment.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldo goal!
It's him again. It's always him.
The machine, the obsession, the legend chasing the impossible. For years, the only man who stood beside him was Lionel Messi, the artist who turned scoring into poetry. But time moves on, and a new storm is rising. A new generation, faster, hungrier, and built for the modern game. The next great threat to Ronaldo's 1,000-goal dream: Kylian Mbappé. Explosive pace, relentless finishing, big game mentality. Mbappé isn't just following in their footsteps. He's sprinting toward history of his own. And the scariest part, he's only getting started. Cristiano Ronaldo is living the final years of his career, but he doesn't treat them as an ending. For him, every match is still another chance to get closer to the number that has become his ultimate obsession: 1,000 goals. Right now, he has scored 949 goals, only 51 more to reach the milestone. While most players would be satisfied with what they've achieved, he keeps pushing forward as if he's only getting started. Ronaldo moved past the stage of chasing trophies long ago. He already owns everything a footballer could dream of: continental titles, Ballon d'Ors, countless records. But his mindset is different. He doesn't know what it means to be satisfied. Every goal is a personal challenge, not against others, but against himself. Even with age catching up, he still carries the same hunger he had at the beginning. He trains harder than most younger players and treats every moment on the pitch like another test. He might not have won the World Cup like Messi, but his dream is different. He's chasing something far beyond medals or trophies. For Ronaldo, 1,000 goals isn't just a number, it's a symbol of immortality. It's the final chapter in a story that began with a kid from Madeira and turned into the greatest pursuit in football history. In a world that keeps changing, Cristiano Ronaldo remains constant, still running towards something no one else dares to imagine. But even as Ronaldo keeps rewriting history, football never stands still. A new generation is already rising, faster, hungrier, and shaped by a different era. And among them, there's one player who stands apart, one who carries the same instinct, the same obsession with goals, and the same fearless mentality: Kylian Mbappé, the only player who truly looks capable of chasing that impossible number. Still in his prime, scoring at a rate that echoes Ronaldo's early years, but in a football world built for attackers. If anyone can threaten Ronaldo's 1,000-goal legacy, it's him. But while the stage may favor the next generation, it doesn't diminish what Ronaldo has achieved. The true strength of Cristiano Ronaldo has never been just his speed, skill, or physical power. It's his mind. His mentality is what has carried him through 2 decades at the very top of football. Even at 40 years old, he continues to train harder than most players half his age, push himself to score, and chase records that most would consider impossible. Ronaldo's discipline, focus, and relentless drive set him apart. He doesn't just play for glory or applause, he plays to challenge himself every single day. Many players have talent and can score goals, but very few possess the mindset that turns talent into a career that lasts this long. His mental strength allows him to recover from setbacks, maintain peak performance, and keep a hunger that never fades. That is why, even now, he's still a dominant force on the pitch, still chasing milestones, and still setting standards that few, if any, can match. While Ronaldo's mental strength has carried him to legendary heights, the next generation is already learning from his example. Players like Mbappé are combining natural talent with disciplined preparation, understanding that mindset is as important as skill. In this evolving football world, the stage is set for new records to be challenged, new milestones to be pursued, and new stars to rise, all while respecting the legacy Ronaldo has built. Kylian Mbappé has quickly established himself as one of the most complete forwards in world football. His speed is unmatched, his dribbling is precise, and his finishing is clinical. At Real Madrid, he has the perfect platform to showcase his talents, with a team built around creating chances for him. The tactical setup under Xabi Alonso allows him to exploit spaces, make intelligent runs, and take advantage of every opportunity. His physical strength and balance make him difficult to dispossess, while his vision enables him to link up effectively with teammates like Arda Güler. All of these qualities combined make him not just a prolific scorer, but a complete forward capable of dominating matches consistently. In a team like Real Madrid, with the right support and tactical freedom, Mbappé's abilities are amplified, giving him a real chance to challenge the greatest scoring records in football history. Up to this point, Mbappé has already scored 348 goals in 452 games, and he's only 26 years old. Those numbers aren't just impressive, they're a warning. He's producing world-class statistics at an age when most players are still finding consistency. Mbappé's game isn't built on luck, it's built on precision, confidence, and control. He doesn't need many chances to make an impact, and when the stage gets bigger, his focus sharpens. Every year, his scoring curve rises, and his hunger seems to grow with it. At this pace, if he stays fit and driven, he could reach 500 goals before he even turns 30. That's when the conversation will truly begin, when the shadow of Ronaldo's 1,000-goal legacy starts to feel a little less unreachable. When Cristiano Ronaldo was 26 years old, he had scored only about 202 goals in 430 games. At that stage, he was already recognized as a top player, but his scoring machine had not yet reached full speed. Those numbers show how even the greatest players start with gradual steps, building their legacy year by year. Compared to some of today's rising stars, his total at that age might seem modest, but it was the foundation of what would become one of football's most incredible careers. Ronaldo's journey was never about instant domination. It was about relentless improvement, determination, and a hunger that would carry him far beyond what anyone imagined at 26. The secret behind Cristiano Ronaldo's extraordinary career isn't just talent or athleticism. It's his mental strength. At 40 years old, he's still playing at the top level, still scoring goals, and still dreaming of winning the World Cup. Most players who scored many goals in their careers never reached this stage because they didn't have the mindset to push beyond limits. Ronaldo's discipline, focus, and relentless ambition have allowed him to continue competing when others would have long retired. It's not just the physical ability, it's the mentality that has kept him hungry, sharp, and determined for decades. Many players have talent, but few have the mindset that transforms talent into enduring greatness like Ronaldo has. Even Kylian Mbappé now focuses on the mental side of his game, knowing that talent alone isn't enough to reach the highest level. He understands that without the right mindset, all the natural ability in the world won't guarantee lasting success. And that's why, this season, he has already scored 14 goals in just 10 games, a number that shows the impact of combining talent with mental discipline. It's a reminder that Ronaldo's enduring greatness has always been built on more than skill alone. It's the mindset, the hunger, and the focus that keep him performing at the top, even at 40. Up to this point, it's clear that Mbappé has the potential to threaten Ronaldo's throne. But the most important thing to remember is what Ronaldo faced at a young age in the English Premier League. At Manchester United, he went up against defenders of incredible quality, players like Ashley Cole, who was almost impossible to get past, and teams like Chelsea, Arsenal, and Everton with backlines that were extremely tough to break down. The challenges Ronaldo overcame in his early career were immense. Every goal required skill, precision, and determination against some of the strongest defenders in the world. Mbappé, on the other hand, operates in a very different environment. The defensive quality of many teams he faces today is generally lower than what Ronaldo faced at that age, especially with modern tactics favoring attackers. Add to that creative teammates like Arda Güler, who constantly find him in space and set him up for chances, and it becomes clear that Mbappé has the tools to reach extremely high numbers, potentially higher than anyone before him. Another key point is Ronaldo's position on the field during his early years. At Manchester United, and even in the beginning at Real Madrid, he mainly played as a winger. He had to create chances, take on defenders, and score from wide positions, a much tougher path to goals. It wasn't until he moved into a central striker role that he truly became unstoppable. Once he played as a forward, he broke records at an incredible pace, scoring numbers that seemed unreachable before. Had he been positioned as a striker from the start, he might have already shattered the 1,000-goal mark by now. Mbappé, in contrast, plays as a central forward from the beginning of his top-level career. With the tactical support of Xabi Alonso, the environment is set up perfectly for him to score consistently. This gives him a major advantage compared to Ronaldo's early years, where he had to fight harder for every goal. Mbappé has an easier path to breaking these numbers, but there's a big condition. He needs to maintain this level until he's 40. He also needs to stay at a club like Real Madrid for a long period, consistently playing at the top level, instead of moving around too early. Ronaldo's numbers might have been even higher if he had stayed at one club for longer at his peak. The reality is, longevity and stability are as important as talent and scoring ability. If Mbappé can combine his current advantage with a long, uninterrupted career, he could reach numbers that would challenge or even surpass what Ronaldo achieved. Longevity and stability aren't just numbers on a page, they define careers. Talent and scoring ability open doors, but it's the ability to maintain performance over years that separates the great from the legendary. If Mbappé can harness his current advantage, stay focused, and build a long, uninterrupted career, the records Ronaldo set could one day face a real challenge. Mbappé has a clearer path to breaking Ronaldo's records, but it comes with a challenge. He must maintain this level of performance until he's 40. He needs to stay at a club like Real Madrid for a long stretch, playing consistently at the top level instead of moving too soon. Ronaldo's numbers might have been even higher if he had stayed longer at a single club during his peak. This shows that longevity and stability are just as crucial as talent and scoring ability. If Mbappé can combine his natural gifts, the tactical advantage he enjoys, and a long, uninterrupted career, he could reach numbers that not only challenge Ronaldo's legacy, they could surpass it. The potential is there, but it will take discipline, focus, and time. And if he succeeds, we may witness the rise of a new era in football while still honoring the incredible journey of Cristiano Ronaldo. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Bye!